Hey there, replay viewers. I so appreciate you. As always. Hey, drop me a hi in the comments so that I know you are here and I can say hi back to you because I want to show my gratitude for you hopping on my video. Hey guys, it is Jodi Dunn coming at you live tonight. And we're going to talk about if you struggle with dark circles or pigmentation issues or things like that, I want to give you some tips on how to cover that up because I know that it can be really frustrating. And I dealt with this for so many years and I had no idea that it was even the issue that was happening. So I would have people ask me all the time, wow, you look really tired. Are you really tired? And I'd be like, oh my gosh, like it just does not make you feel good when somebody asks you that. And if you are looking at me, I'm coming at you barefaced right now. You are not going to see like these horrible dark circles under my eyes. Of course, you can see the bags that I have under my eyes, which are hereditary, but you don't see the dark circles, and dark circles are going to make you look tired. And there is just really nothing worse than you're feeling great and you feel like you're looking good and somebody goes, wow, you look tired. So what I have learned is that your dark circles almost always will start right in the corner of your eye. And by gosh, I have blue right here and it makes me look tired. So I want to help you and show you how to brighten up your eyes and cover up those dark circles, blue, black, whatever they may be. And I obviously also have some pigmentation issues. Most of it is from pregnancy. I got some spotting. Some of it is because of my age, not taking care of my skin when I was younger. So skincare is definitely going to help with that. I have already seen lots of reduction. The pigmentation issues were so much worse than they are now, but that takes time. So in the meantime, I want to show you how to have a flawless looking face. Hey, Jamie, thanks for joining. Say hi if you are on. All right, so we are going to start off with concealer to cover up our dark circles and brighten up our eyes so that we don't look tired, especially when we're not tired. So if you have blue or black right here under your eyes, sometimes they can even go all the way out here. What you're going to want to do is you are going to want to use a concealer that has like a pink or a salmon undertone. Or sometimes people even use red. You want to use like a cream, not a powder. So like a red lipstick, or if you had like a cream blush that was red to help combat that. The thing that I don't like about using the red is you absolutely have to put foundation over it because then you're going to have red. But it is a tip. It will help cancel that out. So I have my foundation and concealer palette. And I wonder if you can, I'm not sure if you can see the difference or not. I think you probably can. So this one is my concealer number 2, which has salmon undertones, which is great for covering up blue or black marks, so dark circles. And then I have concealer number 1, which has kind of a green undertone. That is great for covering up redness. So if you have blemishes or I have some redness on my cheeks from like broken capillaries, things like that, that color is going to be great for that. So I'm going to start off with my concealer number 2 with the salmon. And I'll do one eye first just to show you how much it brightens my eye up. So this is where my dark circle starts. So I want to cover that up. I do take that underneath my eye. I also put it all over my lid because you can see like I have a vein coming out. Like my eyelid is not, it has some pigmentation issues. And when I'm putting on eyeshadow, I want it to be a nice, flat, even color so that my eyeshadow goes on better. And it's a great primer. So I put that all over my lid. I really kind of pack it on right here because that's where my dark circle starts. And then I bring it down underneath. This concealer that I use is waterproof, so I also love that. That's why I love putting it around the eyes. And I just kind of take it all the way, really. Concealer is always going to be thicker than foundation. So for me, I find that it blends better. You can use a sponge if that works for you. But I find just blending it out with my fingers, especially with our products, because they are our foundation and our concealer are wax based. So just the warmth of your finger will really help to blend that out. So I just blend it out with my finger. And even though it has that salmon and pink undertone in it, it doesn't look red or it doesn't look pink versus if you did like a red lipstick will work. You can put the red lipstick underneath your eye to cover your eye bag, blend that in, and then put your foundation over it. That red will help combat the blue or black under eye circles. So I don't have to use anything else. You can already see how much that brightened my eye up so that I don't look tired. So let me do the other eye now. Get a little bit more concealer, and a little bit goes a long way. And this concealer is so strong it covers up tattoos. I love it. And like I said, it's waterproof. So that is why I love using it as a, basically almost like a primer for my eyes. Because it will help keep everything on. So we got that on. Hey, Catherine, I tried to read your comment. I'm whiter than white, getting up early as a school bus driver. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, if we are tired and you have to get up that early, that does nothing for the under eye, nothing to help the cause of the under eye dark circles, for sure. And then if you just add hereditary aspects into that, I know. So, there we go. I brightened up my eyes. I do not look tired. It looks a teeny little bit crazy right now because my eyes look so light and I don't have any other foundation on. So, I can take my concealer number 1. Like I said, it's got the green tint. I don't know if the sun is going to let me show you. Hey, Crystal, how are you? I haven't seen you in a little while. So I'm going to take the one that has the green tint. And I don't do this one too often unless I have like a blemish, but I have a lot of redness right here, you guys. My foundation typically does a pretty good job of covering that up on its own. But if I have a blemish, then I really do use the green tint concealer to help cover that up, because sometimes foundation is not enough. And you do not want to make the mistake with foundation of, I don't care what foundation you're using, packing it on to cover up one area, because that's going to give you a very caked look. So use concealer for those areas. So I've gotten rid of that redness right there around my nose. I brightened up my eyes. I look a little crazy. I look a little ghostly, but I have bright eyes now, so people don't ask me, oh, you look so tired, or comment on how tired I look. So I am going to go into my foundation now. Yeah, summer is always busy time, isn't it? Nothing drugstore and foundation works. What do you mean, Jamie? All right, I've got my wax base botanical foundation. I love this foundation. It's like magic. So I am going to, I have my buffer brush because I can't find my sponge. I had to order a new one. I love the buffer brush. I actually prefer to put the product on with my buffer brush and then like soften it up with my sponge. The sponge is amazing. I can just control how much product goes on my face easier with the brush But the sponge gives me such a airbrushed finish that I love it. Hey, Julie. So look at that. I have a bright eye and covered up all that mess. All right, so let's finish up, and I'm going to do my Neapolitan trick again, because when I did it in the middle of the week, we were having a storm and the lighting was so horrible. So I really want to show you guys how super easy it is to slim down your face. If you want to slim down your face. I do. Because I don't have very... I mean, I love the slimming down of the face, but it's really more defining my features for me. I just don't have prominent cheekbones. I just wasn't blessed. It's a little bit frustrating because I will tell you, my mother has the most prominent, gorgeous cheekbones, and it just did not get passed down to me at all. However, my father's hereditary eye bags did. So yay me. If we could only choose, you know, what we could take. Like, oh, here are my best qualities. And I'm talking physical, emotional, all of it. Here are your best qualities. Let's pass these down into the children. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. All right, so I have bright eyes now. I have covered up. My skin looks flawless and amazing. I am going to use some translucent powder that is colorless and textureless to set my foundation, and because I have oil, especially my T-zone, I have oil. And I always set my eyes too, especially because of that concealer. We don't want it to crease up. So I'm just giving myself a nice matte finish here. And then we'll do the Neapolitan real quick. And with your powder, you want to make sure that you are basically just pressing that in. Do not go through and swipe because you're going to move the product that you just put on all around. This is to set it. All right, here we go with our wonderful, fabulous Neapolitan palette. We've got chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. It's not really white, but it's pretty light and pretty close. So we're going to define our features super quick and easy, shave about 10 pounds off our face. I'm going to put some color back into my face. I took away all the redness, but now I just look flat. So I want to put some color back into my face. So I am going to start off with my bronzer. I am going to carve out those cheekbones. We are going to start right at the end of our ear, work our way down. We're going to stop right about where the eye stops. Start in the back. That's where you're going to deposit most of the product. And it will be darker, so you don't want the darker to be down here. You want the darker to be up here. And I just work that in so that I get it where I want it. Now it looks like I have a cheekbone. And then I do kind of like circular motions just to blend that out a little more. And you can do a 3 is very common for highlighting and contouring. So up here, bring it down to your jawline. So I always do my jawline, and for my jawline, I carve that out and bring it all the way down so that it looks like everything blends well together. Putting it up on your forehead is going to make your forehead appear smaller. Wherever you put it, wherever you're putting shadows, you are going to make something look smaller. So take that all the way up into your hairline. Let me do my other cheekbone. And sometimes I don't even wear blush. Sometimes I just use the bronzer because I love the bronzer. If you want to do your nose, I just kind of like flatten my brush out and get the sides of my nose. And I like a lot of bronzer. I like to have the color back in my face. So we now look like we have a cheekbone. I love that. It makes your face look more angular, which makes it look slimmer. So I love highlighting and contouring for that reason. I am going to take my favorite blush possible. Already showed you that. And put just a little bit of color back in my cheeks. Can you even see that? I think you can see a little bit. It just gives me a nice little soft flush color. This color is like so beautiful. And I just kind of bring that down so it mixes in with the bronzer. So we've got chocolate, strawberry, and then we're gonna do vanilla, which is this lighter. And this is actually a blush. It is called Glowing, but it is so incredibly light that I actually use it as a highlighter. And I'm just getting it on the side of my brush and sweeping that right above my cheekbone. Can you see that nice little glow that gives me? I love glowing. So wherever you're putting the light colors, it's going to bring that forward. So I am also going to highlight my nose. See that? So it brings it forward. So I slimmed my nose down by putting the dark here, creating a shadow, and then just brought the tip of my nose forward. So that is it. If you suffer from dark circles, get yourself a concealer that has pink undertones, or use a red-based cream product like a lipstick to put that all around the dark circle. You would blend it in, and then you would cover it with foundation, and that red will help get rid of the blue black. So you will look more awake and fresh, and people won't say, "Are you tired?" And if you have red marks, redness, blemishes, a concealer that has a green undertone will help to combat that redness. And make sure that you are not making a mistake of caking foundation on. The foundation is meant to even out your skin tone and make everything look nice. It is not meant to work to get rid of dark circles, to get rid of redness, to get rid of blemishes, depending on how bad it is. Like I said, I don't usually do concealer on my cheeks. I just showed you guys today because my redness isn't that bad. My foundation does work it. But if I have a blemish, trying to cake that foundation to cover it up, it's not a flattering look. That's what concealer's for. So we slim down our face. We're all nice and even skin tone. I hope you guys learned something. If you have questions, as always, feel free to message me. I do read every single message and reply. Sometimes it takes me a little while, but I promise I will get back to you. So I hope you guys have a fabulous evening. If you know anybody in your network that suffers from dark circles or how to cover up redness, I would love you to share my video. All right, you guys, have a fabulous evening. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.